Will there be a Cold War 2.0 between China and the US in the future? Excuse me, Cold War 2.0 is here. We are in the middle of Cold War 2.0. It's not going to be there in the future. We are in the it's there right now. There's a whole trade and tariff war going on between the US and China. There's a whole bifurcation of the global order that's happening right now. Of course, wherever, as ordinary people sitting wherever we are, we see no difference in our daily lives, right? You wake up, have breakfast, go to work, 2 hour commute, you spend 10, 12 hours in your office, you come back to home, another 2 hour commute, you crash into your bed and go to sleep. Next day, you do rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. And maybe if you're lucky, Sunday you can spend some time with family or whatever. That's typically how you spend your life. If you're a student, it's the same grind every single day of memorization and being grilled by your teachers and doing whatever you do as students. So you don't see what's happening outside. But there is a Cold War happening right now between the US and China. The Americans, it started with Trump. Trump started it, President Trump, when he was in power in the US. I mean, he was in office in the US, he was never in power. But he started the trade and tariff war. And and Biden's regime, or whoever's running the Biden regime, they continued that. They took it further. And the Chinese responded, retaliated whatever way they can. So there is this thing going on right now. And after 2022, the Ukraine special military operation, Russia and China kind of coalesced into a single bloc from the Western perspective. Obviously, there are big differences in the one. We'll not go into the details. So there is that. And there are nations like North Korea, Iran, Syria, so many others that are kind of on that side. So you're seeing a bifurcation of the world order. The Eastern Bloc, which is Russia, China, and plus, the BRICS is an example of that. Many nations want to be on board of that. So the BRICS plus or Russia China plus axis or alliance, whatever you call it, would like to create a separate world order, separate from the US led world order, which the Americans like to call the rules based international order. There are no rules in that. Whatever the Americans say is the rule on that day. But that's the nature of geopolitics. That's how the world has always been run. Nothing has changed. The most powerful nation decides the rules, and everybody else has to follow the rules. That's the rules-based world order. So there, you're seeing a bifurcation of the world order. So the Cold War is here. Please wake up. It's here. You're seeing, the Americans have imposed these sanctions on the Chinese, the semiconductor sanctions. They've imposed every single sanction in the book on Russia. Isn't that a Cold War? So it's ongoing. It's happening right now as we speak. And we are kind of in the middle, India. Which side do we take? Well, we'll take the side of whoever is best for us. And right now, the Americans aren't really good for us. They are causing mayhem in our neighborhood with the objective of destabilizing India and slowing down India's economic growth. So, what can I say?